Viewers, the controversy surrounding the Waqf board in Karnataka seems to be intensifying, and the Congress government is under attack from the BJP. After BJP MP Tejasvi Surya accused the Karnataka state Waqf board of grabbing the lands of farmers in Vijayapura, documents accessed by Times Now showed that name of the Waqf board was added in revenue records overnight. Reacting to the controversy, Minister M.B. Patil said there was a procedural lapse on the Tehsildar's end. BJP, meanwhile, floated an October 7th video of Waqf Minister Zamir Ahmad Khan speaking at a Waqf Adalat, in which he's heard giving a one-month deadline to officials to resolve pending applications of Waqf claims. And today, in a big statement, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has assured farmers, saying that their land will not be taken back.
वक्फ अदालत के बाद क्या करते हैं, दूसरे दिन कंसल्ट डिपार्टमेंट की मीटिंग करते हैं, जैसा उसके अंदर डीसी रहता, एसी रहता, तहसीलदार रहता, सीओ रहता, आरडीपीआर के डिपार्टमेंट की रहती, म्युनिसिपैलिटी डिपार्टमेंट की रहती, पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट की रहती, तमाम मिलकर हमें क्या करती हैं, उनको 1 महीने का डेडलाइन देती है. हमें हमारे प्रॉब्लम है 1 महीने के अंदर तुम्हें सॉल्व करना. अगर को
विदाउट नोटिस इंडी तहसीलदारु विदाउट नोटिस आ 41 ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಗೆ ವಿದಾउट नोटिस ಇವತ್ತೊಂದು ದಿವಸ ಇಂಡೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಈಗ ಸೋಮೋಟೋ ಎಸಿ ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ
3 ಜನ ಜಂಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಿಜಯಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೈತರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಒಕ್ಕಲಿಬ್ಸಲ್ಲ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ರೈತರು ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ವಾಪಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And for more of this, let's go across to our guest. Joining us live, we have GS Prashant, who's a spokesperson of the BJP in Karnataka. Dr. Anand Raghunathan continues to be with us. Also with us is Advocate Umar Junaidi, political analyst. Syed Asad Abbas is a political analyst, as is Atikur Rahman. Let's go across first to Advocate Umar Junaidi. Umar Junaidi, a number of points of debate over here. But given the fact that the government has already come out to first say it was a Tehsildar's mistake, then comes out this video of Mr. Zamir Ahmad Khan where he's giving a 1-month deadline. Not just officials bungling up, but also politicians putting pressure on the department to quickly resolve the pending cases. All of this is what has potentially led to this situation, it appears, from what is before us.
Madhav, first of all, what Zamir Ahmad Khan, the Honorable Minister, is doing is the work appointed, the work he has to do. And that's what the ministers of Congress do when they come into the power. Zamir Ahmad Khan organizing the Waqf Adalat in several districts just to ensure the property of Waqf is being safeguarded, and that's what the intention is. And yes, the department has to be work according to the situation and the demand of the people. And if a minister pressurizes the government officials to do the work which is to be done, what's wrong in that? And now talking about the errors.
Sir, it is not just pressurizing, it appears to be threatening, because he says, I'm not somebody who will tell you something and forget it. I'm going to come back to you, you better follow up. Within 1 month you have to complete it. That sounds more like a threat than just ordinary pressure that any supervisor would put on those who are subordinate to him.
Madhav, in the world full of corporates, everybody has the targets, and why don't the government officials should be given the target to work within 30 days? And what Zamir Ahmad Khan says is, I am not the one who just asks you to do complete the work in 30 days and just forget. I am the one who continuously will be following it, and I want you people to do this work as soon as possible. So that's a very common thing, Madhav. Just taking this statement and saying as that is, I don't think it's right. But the very fact is Zamir Ahmad Khan is doing his own work, and whatever there is error, the government of Karnataka, the Honorable Minister, the M.B. Patil, the Siddaramaiah government has already said that the land of the farmers will not be taken away from the farmers. There is a error occurred in the Gazette notification 1974, and that has to be corrected. Okay. That's all.
Okay, that's all there is. It's a very simple issue, Dr. Raghunathan. I don't think you get it, because this is the era of corporate targets. Why should the work department not be given a corporate target? Please respond to Advocate Umar Junaidi.
No, Omar Bhai is very disarmingly has said this. And but first of all, let me wish my three Muslim friends on the panel a very Jashn Roshni. And as you know, Imam Hind is returning to Ayodhya, so it's a celebratory occasion. I am using these lexicon because as Hindus, we have to get used to this. Because let me be very honest out here, Madhav, we are missing the woods for the trees. We are nitpicking as to what is going on at the ground as far as Waqf surveyor is concerned. The situation is completely different. And please allow me a minute because I want to ask two questions to you. It might be deemed politically incorrect, but so be it. Number one, Madhav, do you believe that Muslims are a special people? Yes or no?
Well, they have all the rights as everyone else in the country does. Constitutionally, at least, there's no discrimination.
Precisely. My Muslim brothers are as special as Hindus.
Status.
So number one,
we are equal to everybody, right? We are
that's
equal
what I
to
said.
everybody.
Please don't interrupt.
Each and every
Please don't
citizen of
interrupt.
India is
Okay, let him make his point. Advocate Junaid, you can respond to him.
Why the question whether
Junaid bhai,
Okay, let us listen to
Junaid
his
bhai,
point. You can come back to him, sir.
Why this is a question of special?
Sir, allow him to
भी
make
बोल
his
सकते हैं।
point. You can disagree with him. Nobody is stopping you from disagreeing with him. Let him make his point first.
yes. Please don't interrupt, Junaid bhai. I didn't interrupt you. In fact, I wished you a very Jashn Roshni. So please, let's not get charged up. The reason why I ask you this, Madhav, I have no objection to Waqf board. Why should I? It is like any other board, any other charity, any other trust. What I have a severe objection to, and that is why I asked the first question, are Muslim special people? Why should there be a Waqf Act? Now, let me reverse the situation, Madhav, and this is where I want you to answer very honestly. Let us say there is a Hindu equivalent of the Waqf Act, right? And that lays claim to Jama Masjid. What do you think the Jama Masjid will do? Please answer. What do you think Jama Masjid will do?
No, the point is obviously,
please
see,
answer.
Dr. Ranganathan.
Please answer.
No, Dr. Ranganathan, I don't want to get it drawn into the debate. The point you're making,
finish my point.
No, of course.
Please
The
allow me
point
to
you're
finish
making
my
is, of
point.
course, a
I
very
beg you.
sensitive one because you're talking about the
I
context
beg
of Tiruchendur, which everyone knows. Yes. Please complete your point.
Please listen to me. It's not religious point at all. I'm making a point in law. Jama Masjid will go to the court, which is what any sensible person in a property dispute will do. I'm asking is, if the Waqf lays claim to Hindu temple or Hindu land, why are Hindus not directly going to the court? Why are they forced to go to a Waqf tribunal? Why is this parallel system being set up? Its own legislature, its own executive, and its own judiciary. Ye kya mazak chal raha hai? That is why I asked, why are Muslims being honored with special status? They are the same as us. I don't want Waqf Act. I have nothing against Waqf Board. Why can't people get this simple question?
Okay. You want to respond to that, Syed Asdabas?
Love to, it's always a pleasure debating with Dr. Ranganathan. As a Muslim, I'd like to wish both my Hindu brothers, Muslim brothers, and all the brothers and sisters of India a very happy Diwali, a very happy Jashn Roshni. Coming straight to the point now, Anand Ranganathan Sahab asked a very important question, and I'd like to answer it accordingly. The fact of the matter, you need to understand, the Bharatiya Janata Party, since it's coming into power in the last 10 years, did not recluse itself from the Waqf Act. If they really needed to, they've come ahead with progressive reforms or amendments made in the right direction. There is a JPC on the same, and let the best come out of it. Now, coming straight to the point, my beautiful state of Karnataka, what is happening here? I'm very glad that the Chief Minister, Shri Siddaramaiah Ji, whose word stands sacrosanct, has said that all the notices to the farmers have been withdrawn. And not just that, as a matter of fact, not any farmer of the Honawada village will be asked to let go of their land. H.K. Patil, who's the law and parliamentary minister, has also stated the same, and M.B. Patil himself. The fact of the matter, the real question to be asked to Prashant, my dear friend of the BJP, is, respected sir, are you even aware that BJP leader Yatnal was called into the meeting with the Tehsildar, with the district collector and the deputy commissioner? Why, sir, that you BJP people only speak to the media? When you had the chance to resolve this issue last week, why didn't you attend the meeting with BZ Zamir Ahmad Khan? The fact if you're a flag bearer of the farmers, come there. Don't just speak to the media. Come resolve the issue with the Tehsildar at the district collector's office in the Vijayapura district.
Well, Mr. Abbas, with due respect, the government is of Congress. You can ask questions of BJP, no problem. But ultimately, the responsibility for governance lies with the ruling party. But since you've asked a pointed question to Prashant, please respond to what Abbas is saying.
See, Madhav, firstly, taking Siddaramaiah's words as sacrosanct, what does it mean? Person who's grabbed 14 sites and now who's in Muda scandal, you want to take his words as sacrosanct. Next, you want to take the words of Parameshwara or Shivkumar, and Parameshwara called people accused in blasts as, no, they're not even terrorists, they may be accused. And DK Shivkumar called people who are accused in cooker blasts as his brothers. So if you want to take their statements as sacrosanct, I'm sorry, I think we are living in a parallel world. And now coming straight to the issue as to why are we protesting? One, Mr. Ajmal claims parliament is his. They claim a village in Bihar, Govindpur, with 95% Hindus reside as theirs. And now they have claimed 1,500 acres in Karnataka as theirs. And all of us know what happened in Tiruchendurai village. So therefore, if they are making these claims and they expect us to go back to Zamir Ahmed Khan and resolve the issue, what nonsense is this? Which is why the Waqf Amendment Act has come in, and let the law of the land prevail and let them be answered in the court of law. Why should a parallel system be run? And why is any Muslim in this country permitting this to happen? Why should the courts look at it differently when it is involving the lands grabbed by the Waqf board? They should not be doing it. In fact, the amendment must be so severe that it must apply to all people irrespective of the religion. So Waqf cannot make a claim saying, look, I profess a particular religion, I am for the support of a particular religion, and the law applies separately to me. No, not at all possible. So therefore, what is happening in Karnataka is blatant appeasement politics and nothing else. And we can't take any of the Congress politicians in Karnataka seriously because all of us know what they're up to.
Okay, let me bring in Atikur Rahman on that. Atikur Rahman, from what has been stated just now by GS Prashant, there's also subtext to this, because there are those who are saying that is this some kind of attempt at pushing through, certain cases where the Waqf, etc., there are such sensitive matters before Parliament's JPC decides on the amendment bill, which is likely to come up by the end of November or early December during the winter session.
Well, Madhav, I had mentioned it earlier too, that I do not agree with Mr. Abbas saying that they must have, the BJP must have gone to the to Mr. Ahmed or the government in Karnataka. Straight away, if the farmers in Karnataka had any problem, there is a JPC set by the Parliament. The JPC is discussing this particular aspect of Waqf board. They should have addressed and their grievances there, rather than moving here and there and one BJP minister going and, to the media and this and that. The JPC has been constituted. This is, in fact, in violation.
The JPC is bringing a central government law. This is the state government's department that's issuing them notices. Obviously, they'll go to state government. What is the logic in what you're saying, Mr. Atikur Rahman?
But anyway, now this bubble has been busted that you can't move to the courts. Of course, the people are moving to the courts. That's a different thing, that why the Waqf board first and then the courts. So tell me, Madhav, isn't it true that in tribal matters in the Supreme Court and the High Court, when the parties move to the court directly, the court tells them to move to the government department first. The government department, if it is not resolving the grievances of the people, then the people must move to the courts. Why to waste the precious times of the judiciary? Third important point over here is, even if Madhav, say for example, there has been a Hindu board and Jama Masjid, there was a claim of the Hindus. The Jama Masjid, if it is under the Endowment Act, the things, the land, the property cannot be sold, cannot be bought. So ultimately, the property comes to whom? It is not to the Muslim community. It is not to Islam. It is not to the Muslim party of India. It goes to the government Waqf board.
Okay.
The Waqf board chairman, the officials, the appointed officials are yes men of the chief minister.
Okay. Dr. Ranganathan, he's in a sense replying to you. I got your point, Atikur Rahman. He's essentially saying that even if you go to the court will first direct you to go to the government and resolve the issue with the government before they look into the matter. So this is essentially to save time and streamline the process. Please respond to him.
No. Exactly why we need a Hindu equivalent of the Waqf board. Sab line pe aa jayenge. The moment the Hindu equivalent of the Waqf board starts claiming land or mosques of other areas that are Muslim areas, and they cannot approach the court, they have to struggle for 10 years, 15 years in Hindu equivalent of Waqf tribunals, then they will understand, oh my God, there's a parallel system being set up out here. We're being taken for a ride. Look, in a property dispute, the world over, there is only one recourse to justice. You approach the court. Why have you set up a Waqf Act? Why have you set up a Waqf tribunal?
Okay.
It is anti-constitutional. It has to be removed almost immediately.
Atikur Rahman, your suggestion is troublesome. He says, then by that logic, there should be a separate Waqf board which looks, or a similar body or a similar board that looks into the religious places as far as Hindus are concerned.
Very good, Madhav, very good. You know, yesterday also I said to some of the other platforms that what is the Religious Endowment Act? What is the Temple Endowment Act? Do the Hindus, donate their land? Yes, they donate to the temple, and that is why the endowment acts are there.
Sir, do endowments once again? Do endowments or in Tamil Nadu or Muzirai in Karnataka or Devaswam board in Kerala have the right to rule what is their land and what is not? Simple question.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. In fact, Madhav, there are 2 temples in the south which have more than the land which the Waqf board has.
GS Prashant,
our own media channels
we've heard this argument time and again. GS Prashant, please respond to Mr. Atikur Rahman.
Madhav, a simple question. Like Dr. Ranganathan was suggesting, the moment we constitute something as Sanatana Dharma Board and say 5,000 years back, Prabhu Sri Ram ruled over this, and right from Afghanistan till Burma, the entire land belongs to Sanatana Dharma Board, and will do agree that all the countries will come and plead before the Sanatana Dharma Board saying, look, please give back our land? Will any of the Islamic countries today agree that we can have such a system? This is ridiculous on part of Rahman to suggest that we need to fight with them. Why should we plead before them? Who are they? Are they bigger than the system that the country has set up now? Are they bigger than the judiciary? They always claim to carry a red book of constitution, and now they don't want the constitution to apply to them. This is atrocious.
Omar Junaidi, if there is true equality, then why should there be different yardsticks for different religions? That's the essence of the question coming in from the 2 panelists, Dr. Ranganathan and BJP spokesperson Prashant. Please respond to them.
Madhav, all the other panelists are more senior to me, and however, quite few years I am practicing the law in the courts. What I understand the procedure of the courts is there are the different setups of the courts wherein the separate matters are dealt with, and the same has been set up with the Waqf board, that is the Waqf tribunal. And if you have the issue regarding to the property related to the Waqf, you go to the tribunal court. And then now the other panelists are talking about going to the other courts. Yes, definitely there are several cases wherein the Waqf tribunal has given the judgment in favor of the Waqf board, which was not accepted by the aggrieved party, and they have moved to the court. This is the procedure. Now talking about the parallel board or parallel act they want. Sir, if that is the point, already the claim was made on the Ayodhya issue. The Waqf board's role was seen there. The Hindu Akhada, the other trusts were seen there. So parallelly these things are going on. But the very fact is, if there is a point...
No, but GS Prashant, the question still remains, if this was such a burning issue, then when the BJP was in power in Karnataka, you could have brought in a similar act if this is indeed a legitimate demand. But I really don't have any more time on this debate. I'd like to thank all our panelists, Atikur Rahman, Syed Asad Abbas, Advocate Umar Junaidi, Dr. Ranganathan, GS Prashant. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.